This is Losers Writing Books.
Hey guys, today we're talking editing. So Brin and I are both deep in the trenches of editing our books at the moment. So we thought it'd be timely just to maybe share one or two of our top editing tips that we're really liking at the moment.
So, editing.
Editing tips. Are we going to give one or two each?
Well, you give your tips. I've only got one tip.
All
and
right.
you go first.
Let's just do one each. So my big editing tip for today. Microsoft Word has a read aloud option. Well, at least the more recent Microsoft Word programs do. So you click a button and you've either got a guy's voice or a girl's voice. You can set the speed and you've got this slightly robotic thing which basically reads your book out to you.
So what does it do, Tim?
It reads your book out to you.
Okay.
Wait, what am I saying? Was that weird?
No, I'm just asking you a question.
Okay. It reads your book aloud. Why no? It reads the no Microsoft Word.
Don't worry,
Reads
I'm
your
going to put
book.
this in the Microsoft Word voice.
Yeah, Brin is the best writer I've ever read. You should all check out his book in July.
The reason I like Microsoft Word read aloud option, yes, it might sound kind of crap and a bit weird, but if you've been writing a lot and you don't have 3 months to put your book in a drawer and let it kind of sit there and you get that distance from it, just being able to go back to a scene and press play and hear this strange voice read it back to you, I find it as a really useful way to kind of get some separation from what you've written.
Well, we all know those little puzzle games where our brains are really good at just filling in gaps when we see letters and words. And so this changes the way that your brain is receiving something. So it's audio. It's audio.
It's
Oral?
audio.
Oral? It's audio.
It's audio.
It's our new product.
It's a mixture of oral and audio.
Yeah, so it's audio, so your brain has to interpret it differently. So it's not your brain working against you seeing things on a page that aren't there.
Yeah, it's a big thing because obviously, and I'm sure you've all felt this, you're reading your scene and you literally will not read the words on the page, but you read what you think you've written. So having that audio break of the weird robotic lady reading it to you, you go, hang on, that's not what's there. But when you challenge her, she's always right and you need to edit your book.
Do you use a lady?
Maybe.
What else do you type into the words?
Yeah, so that's my
a good
big
tip.
tip.
Good
Yeah,
tip.
It's cheap, it's easy. Brin,
Yeah.
let's hear your editing tip. It better be good.
I've got a good editing tip. This could be a controversial editing tip because my tip is don't edit. My tip is don't even think about editing until you've written the first draft. Because you will just go round and round and round in circles, editing and editing half-finished work and never get to the end of the first draft. And you'll spin your wheels and go nowhere, and you'll end up with a perfectly polished first chapter for a book that when you do finish, you don't use because you realise you need an entirely different first chapter than the one you've spent all that time editing and re-editing. So my tip is just finish your first draft. Write and write and write. Move forwards, and then once your first draft is finished, then go and do your research about how to edit. But for Christ's sake, don't keep editing the same first chapter over and over again.
At first I thought you were just giving a really lazy tip, but actually it's definitely something that I made the big mistake of spending I think close to a year just rewriting that first 10,000 words or the first, so many chapters over and over and over again until I finally realized I've got to start moving forward in the story.
Well, I know for a fact, your manuscript and my manuscript both have different first chapters than the ones we originally wrote in the first draft. And I reckon that's probably commonplace for a lot of writers who make it through to the end of the first draft.
So if you've made that mistake too, please leave it in the comments. It'd be interesting to see if it's just us losers that do that, or it does seem like it's pretty widespread.
It's really difficult to get words on the page, but the thing that you realise is it's easy to get words on the page compared to editing those words and making them good.
Let us know what you think in the comments, whether they're good or whether you're like, yeah, we already knew that, so shut up. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. We're trying to build our subscription people,
Subscriber base.
subscriber base. So, great. Cool.
Yeah, nice one. Oh, so next week, we're going to head along to a local book fair and see if we can snap up some cool bargains or find some rare, sneaky cool books.
Some of these things. First editions.
So we'll do a bit of a review of our haul.
Our what?
Our haul.
Our haul. We will review what we found at the book fair.
I think we're done.